The Indiana Pacers are a team that nobody really has talked about this offseason, but they are a squad that has young talent everywhere you look. They went out, they made some big moves this offseason. They made a couple of very underrated trades. They made a couple of good draft picks, a free agent signing. They've got Myles Turner, they got Tyrese Halliburton. That is two cornerstones to any franchise in the NBA, both still young enough to grow and develop and build around. They bring in Bruce Brown on a 1+1 deal, which we will get into. Great value contract right there. Jarace Walker, Ben Shepherd, Isaiah Wong. Three really good draft picks. I know they got the other guy as well, but those were my three favorites from this Indiana Pacers team. Yeah. Before we get started, make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below as it really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And make sure to go hit that subscribe button because it really helps us out as well. Also, there's a 97% chance you're not subscribed, so go and change that right now. It'll mean a lot to me. We're trying to hit 10K by the time the season starts. Now let's go ahead and get started looking at the big money. Bruce Brown really raised his stock as an impending free agent during the Denver Nuggets NBA Finals run. He's got a 2-year, $45 million deal, but the second year is a team option. Huge X factor on that championship run, like I said, for the Denver Nuggets. Dude was a stud for them, was their sixth starter per Mike Malone. 11.5 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists per game. He was really good. And, he's still not that old. 48% from the field, 36% from three, 1.1 steals, can defend almost any position on the court. I mean, this is a perfect ad for a Pacers team that, one, needed wing depth, two, needed bench depth. I think he will start, though, but he's going to be, for the Nuggets, he was like their sixth starter. They needed wing depth, like I said, and I think this is going to be the perfect ad. He brings championship DNA to this squad, which is what you need with young teams. And, yeah, you had to overpay a little bit, but I think it's going to be worth it, and I love the 1+1 deal. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, they had a big-time draft as well, starting with Jarace Walker, who, in my opinion, could be the new starting power forward for this Pacers team. It'll depend upon, the Obi Toppin situation, which we will cover later. But as for Jarace, he's still a little bit raw. As a prospect, the offensive side of his game is still coming along, although there have been plenty of flashes while he was at Houston. I think he will be the long-term answer at the 4 for the Pacers when all is said and done. Maybe not this year, but definitely next year or the year after. I think that'd be a great spot for him. I think he's a great fit alongside of Myles Turner because he can defend on the perimeter as well as inside, while Turner is an elite rim protector, but he can also move his feet and defend on the perimeter a little bit as well. I think the 3 and the 4, Obi Toppin can do the same thing defensively as Jarace, almost. Jarace is probably a little bit better of a defender, but I love the addition, traded back, acquired a couple of future seconds, I believe. And then they also go out and get Ben Shepherd, who averaged 19 a game last year at Belmont on 48% shooting from the field, 42% from three. That's elite right there for a college guy. Now, I think he was a senior, in which case, one of the older guys, but still, 42% from three. Eventually, he could be the Buddy Hield replacement. Maybe he's going to be the instant Chris Duarte replacement, who got shipped off to Sacramento for a couple of second-round picks, which I didn't believe they flipped to New York for Obi Toppin. But Ben Shepherd, I feel like, is going to be a rookie that can impact the game right away. Isaiah Wong is a rookie that can impact the game right away. They got him at number 55. That's elite value. I had him as a, early second-rounder. This guy can absolutely do it. If you've watched ACC basketball or just college basketball in general over the last couple of years, Isaiah Wong is a pure hooper. Another backup point guard. Unfortunately, he gets drafted into a team that has one of the best young backup point guards in the NBA, as well as one of the best young point guards in the NBA. So he's going to have to sit and wait his turn, maybe play in the G League this year. But if injuries do hit, they have a great insurance policy here in Isaiah Wong as their backup point. Nimhard, like I said, great backup point. So maybe Isaiah Wong doesn't stick on here in Indiana, but I think he's going to stick on somewhere in this league. And then Obi Toppin, an absolute steal from the New York Knicks. 2 second-round picks for a guy that was drafted with the 9th overall selection just 3 years ago. That is pretty dang good value if you ask me. Like I said, former number 9 overall pick. He's a guy that last year only averaged about 7.5 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, 1 assist, Now, those numbers obviously don't really jump off the screen at you, so you might be a little confused as to why I'm so excited for them to bring in Obi Toppin, but the potential overall intangibles are there, and he put up those numbers in only 15 minutes while shooting at 45% from the field and 35% from three. If he continues to expand his game beyond the arc, he's going to be trouble. I mean, if you're doing East Bay's in-game on TJ McConnell, you know you got some bounce. And speaking of something big, whoa. Pause that. The big money here is Tyrese Halliburton. 5 years, $260 million rookie max extension. But he has proven himself as one of the next great young point guards in that generation with like LaMelo Ball and company. 21 points per game, 10.4 assists, and 3.7 rebounds. Melo got that extension, and potentially Anthony Edwards, I think, is the other one that got that big long-term extension. Tyrese definitely deserved it. Even though I'm a diehard Hornets fan, Tyrese has been better than LaMelo so far in his career. Not entirely LaMelo's fault. He's been injured. But at 23 years old, putting up 49% from the field, 40% from three, and about a steal a game. That's really, really good numbers from Tyrese Halliburton. Like I said, I am bought into this Pacers team next year. I think if there's a team that surprises everyone and makes a run at the playoffs, and maybe even in the playoffs, it is the Indiana Pacers. This is a very solid starting five. Yes, they're young, but by bringing in, Bruce Brown, maybe Obi Toppin starts at the 4 for him. This is solid right here. You bring in the vet with Bruce Brown. Myles Turner, seasoned vet at this point. This is like his 7th season, something like that. Tyrese, he'll be going into his 4th year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. 4th year in the league. Yeah, because LaMelo's going into his 4th year as well. Same draft class. Ben Mathurin will be a sophomore, but he was hooping last year. Also hooped up in the summer league. And then Jarace Walker is a guy that I think defensively, he's going to make an impact right away. Underrated facilitator. We saw that at the Summer League. And then also, with the offensive game improving every single day, I think that he is going to be a guy that can make an immediate impact on this Pacers team. Now, let's take a look at the bench here. Andrew Nembhard, backup point guard. Very, very solid in that role. He was one of my favorite prospects in last year's draft class. I had him ranked, I think, top 25. Pacers got him at the end of the first. That was a great addition right there. I was super high on him, much higher than the consensus, and it's turning out to be, hey, I got that one right. Now, we won't talk about some of my other predictions, but Andrew Nembhard, I got that one right. Buddy Hield quietly has been one of the best three-point shooters over the last 10 years in the NBA. Aaron Nesmith is going to be a great 3-and-D wing. Between Nesmith and Buddy Hield, you have enough shooting for your entire lineup. They'll combine to shoot probably 15 threes a game, and then Tyrese will shoot 4 or 5. Benedict will shoot 4 or 5. Turner will shoot a couple. You'll have enough shooting there. And then Obi Toppin, Isaiah Jackson, the most athletic backup front court in the NBA. I feel like you could say that. And they have depth as well. Ben Shepherd, he's going to be making an appearance at some point this year. He's going to be getting PT. Same thing with Jalen Smith. Same thing with Jordan Nora. Same thing with Isaiah Wong. I feel like all 4 of those guys at some point this year will make a entrance into the rotation and will play meaningful minutes. That's just a bonus of having so much depth, is that many, many guys can contribute to the squad. The rookies may spend some time in the G League, but this doesn't even include TJ McConnell, who is still sticking around in Indiana. This Pacers team, I've said it a couple times in this video, this is the team that if there's a team to surprise everyone and make a run, it's going to be in Indiana. You can mark my words. Remember this video whenever it comes out, early August. So with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. Like I said, trying to hit 10K by the time the season starts. And if we do that, then hey, maybe we try to hit 15K by the time the season starts. Anyways, with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.